Bangkok road collapse linked to metro construction. The governor of Bangkok confirmed that a massive road collapse in the Samsun district is directly linked to construction of the new Purple Line subway. At 7 a.m. on Tuesday, September 24, a sinkhole roughly 30 by 30 meters and more than 15 meters deep suddenly opened in front of Vajira Hospital. No injuries were reported, but the dramatic event raised urgent concerns about the safety of the city's underground megaprojects. The collapse occurred near the future Vajira Hospital station, where two tunnels, one at 15 meters, the other at 30 meters, are being excavated. Governor Chad Chart Sitapun explained that a critical joint in the shallower tunnel cracked, allowing soil to pour into the tunnel and underground chambers. The soil loss triggered the road's collapse, toppled power poles, and ruptured water pipes, which in turn accelerated erosion. Authorities closed the entire area, from Vajira Hospital to Sinkhole intersection, and set a 100-meter exclusion zone. Emergency crews are working around the clock to stabilize the site while engineers race to seal the tunnel. Heavy rain forecast through September 26 threatens further erosion. Vajira Hospital has suspended all outpatient services for at least 2 days, though inpatient care continues. The incident underscores the risks of ambitious underground projects in Bangkok's dense urban landscape. Summary: 30-meter sinkhole in front of Vajira Hospital. Caused by soil collapse linked to Purple Line construction. Traffic halted, hospital services partly suspended, area remains unstable. You can see in frightening footage the pavement giving way under its own weight. Thailand's tourism decline. The Tourism Authority of Thailand, TAT, projects 33.4 million international visitors in 2025, a 6% drop from 2024. The decline is driven by falling arrivals from East Asia and Southeast Asia. Monthly forecast. October, 2.62 million travelers. November, 3.07 million. December, 3.63 million. Arrivals from East Asia are expected to fall 25%, mainly because of a sharp decrease in Chinese tourists. Southeast Asia is projected to drop 8%. The TAT also cites concerns over travel safety and the ongoing border conflict with Cambodia. Rung Kanjan Avaroj, TAT's executive director of planning, said the sharpest declines are from China, Taiwan, Hong Kong, and South Korea, while arrivals from Japan remain steady. Fewer Malaysians are visiting from Southeast Asia, and travelers may shift to other destinations. Thailand also faces fierce regional competition. Vietnam welcomed nearly 14 million foreign visitors in the first 8 months of 2025, a 21.7% increase year-on-year. Vietnam is building low-cost artificial attractions, while China is improving its infrastructure to attract independent travelers. Kring Krithianikul, chairman of the Federation of Thai Industries, urges Thailand to develop similar artificial attractions and embrace sustainable tourism. He believes Thailand could eventually draw 70 million foreign visitors per year, with tourism contributing over 20% of GDP. Despite these challenges, TAT expects European arrivals to grow 15% this year. South Asia, the Americas, and Oceania are each forecast to rise 8%, and the Middle East 4%. Global economic headwinds will, however, limit spending per visitor. Another key issue is the strong baht. The currency recently hit its highest level against the US dollar in 4 years, making Thailand less competitive as the Japanese yen weakens and the Vietnamese dong depreciates. Key takeaways: 33.4 million visitors expected in 2025, minus 6%. Asian markets plunging, especially China and East Asia, minus 25%. A strong baht and regional competition weigh heavily on recovery. Fitch Ratings lowers Thailand's outlook to negative. Fitch Ratings has affirmed Thailand's long-term foreign currency issuer default rating at BBB+ but cut the outlook from stable to negative, signaling greater economic risk. The downgrade reflects rising public debt, sluggish economic growth, persistent political instability, public debt and fiscal pressure. As of August 2025, gross public debt reached 59.4% of GDP, close to the median for BBB-rated countries. Fitch attributes this to large stimulus spending and repeated delays in fiscal consolidation. Challenge for the new Prime Minister. The move adds pressure on Prime Minister Anutin Charnvirakul, who took office in early September after former PM Paetongtarn Shinawatra was removed by the courts. The new cabinet was sworn in just hours before Fitch's announcement. Currency and growth. The baht remained weak against the US dollar that day, despite being up nearly 7% year-to-date and recently touching a 4-year high. On September 25, €1 equaled 37.68 baht and $1 equaled 32.07 baht. Thailand's economy is expected to grow only 2% in 2025, about half the pace of Indonesia and the Philippines, held back by U.S. tariffs of 19%. Falling tourist numbers. High household debt. A strong baht. Political and budget uncertainty. Anutin's pledge to hold elections within 4 months could boost short-term spending and delay the 2027 budget. Fitch forecasts a fiscal deficit of 4.6% of GDP this year and 4.3% next year. Reasons the BBB Plus rating holds. Fitch notes that Thailand still benefits from solid external finances, a sound macroeconomic policy framework, strong capacity to finance debt, which is mostly local currency and low cost, household debt and banks. Household debt eased to 87.4% of GDP in early 2025 from a pandemic peak of 95.5%. About 30% of that is consumer credit, which could be vulnerable if employment weakens. Banks, however, maintain strong reserves and capitalization, providing a buffer if asset quality deteriorates. Summary. Fitch affirms BBB Plus but cuts the outlook to negative. Public debt at 59.4% of GDP, growth just 2%. Early elections and political uncertainty could further strain fiscal policy.